it's Amy with Lily Bean Designs. How's everybody doing tonight? Come on in and say hey and tell me what's going on. I have not done a nighttime live in forever, so I'm super excited to paint with you guys tonight. I realized there's a shadow over my workspace, and I'm not really sure what to do about that because it must be because it's at night and there's no light coming in the window. So I think I'm gonna have to get another, I only brought one ring light down here with me to Louisiana, and I think I'm gonna have to get another ring light and put it over here on this side, and I think that'll help with the shadows. So for tonight, I'm sorry, we're gonna have some shadows. I can maybe try to zoom this in a little closer. Well, then it's in front of me. That's not gonna work. All right, hold on. I'm trying to work out this new desk space. Okay, so happy Sunday, everyone. Hey, Connie. Hey, Leisha. Okay, so tonight we are going to paint this fun little hot cocoa sign, and I'm trying to pick off the backing because this is the Glowforge like proof grade stuff, and some of it still has the backing on it. It's like the the proof grade stuff that comes with your Glowforge. I ordered more of that. So it's MDF, but it's like, their little version. So you can see it still has the backing on it. So I guess I could show you all on this camera. So yeah, so I'm trying to pick that off. And of course, another thing that I forgot to bring down to Louisiana is my little pick thing that I use to do things like this. So I'm using Gorilla Tape, which works really well. But bear with me because I'm going to be sitting here trying to get some of this off tonight. So that's going to be a little tedious. And one thing that I recommend for this is going to be like an interchangeable set. So it's like a booth, kind of like a lemonade stand, but well, this one's a hot cocoa stand. But it's going to be like it's an interchangeable little stand, and the interchangeable pieces, I recommend using magnets. That's one more thing that I still have not been able to find unpacking. So I don't have magnets. So what I did was I ran and grabbed some command strips out of my junk drawer in my kitchen. So I'm going to use command strips, which will work just fine. But I think magnets would probably be like the most ideal thing. So anyway, we're going to get started doing that. So let me show y'all what this is. Basically, this is the stand. So it's 3D, so you can see the sides of it. You can see it better on the front camera. And then the reason why it doesn't have like a top on it up here is because that's part of the interchangeable portion of it. So these lines are scored on the front, so it kind of looks like wood or shiplap. So those are scored there, and then the pieces that go on are going to all be attached with the Velcro or magnets or whatever. So for instance, this one, I'll like scooch back a little bit. Okay, so like this one, since it's a hot cocoa stand, woo, I think my camera, sorry, I'm making y'all dizzy probably. Okay, so then this is the little piece that is going to go across and attach right here for this one. And it's got hot cocoa scored on there. And then we're going to do some decorations and stuff. So there's lots of interchangeable pieces. This is just one of them, but all of them, well, I say all of them. I've only posted one in my Etsy shop. So this is the one that I put in my Etsy shop so far. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Sheila. It's a hot cocoa stand, but I have a fall one, like pumpkins. I have Hocus Pocus, lemonade, fireworks, and I thought I had one more, but I'm not sure. But I'm getting ready to make some more. So they're all going to get posted. But so far, the only one that I have listed on Etsy is this hot cocoa one. It does, like, all of them come with the actual stand. So you don't have to buy the stand separately and then buy the file for the accessories. For each set that you buy, the stand comes with it. And also, this comes with it too. This is a little sandwich board. Like, if you're walking down the street and you see like the little like chalkboards on the side of the street, like on the sidewalk. Okay, so this is like a little sandwich board is what it's called apparently, that I've already put it together. It's very easy to put together. I haven't even used any glue. These pieces all fit together. The reason there's a circle here is because there's an insert piece that you can put in here, and then you can just reach behind it with your finger and pop it out. So that's how it's interchangeable. And we're gonna make that as well. So that also comes with all the sets. So you'll get the stand and you'll get the little sandwich board with all of those. Okay, so first of all, let's paint the stand. I've taken the backing off of this MDF, and I want it to look like a faux, not faux, but like a wood, like kind of like a farmhouse wood. So I'm going to use some of my Waverly Antique Wax paint. And I would really appreciate if you guys would not mind sprinkling the love. You know what that means, sharing the video. I would greatly appreciate that to try to get some more nighttime viewers, because I don't go live very much at night, or I haven't gone live at night in a long time. So, all right, let me see. I might have to lighten this up a tad. Okay, so we're going to try, this is the Antique Wax. I'm going to try doing that with a baby wipe and just see if it achieves the effect that I want on here. So I'm not sure if it's going to be too dark. We're going to give it a go. Because MDF, I don't paint a lot of MDF. I do mostly wood. So MDF takes paint a lot differently. So I'm not doing like a complete like I'm just kind of lightly pushing down with my baby wipe because I want it to look distressed. My baby wipe is shedding. So what's everybody doing tonight? Are you guys crafting? Are y'all doing anything fun tonight? Comment and let me know. What you're up to. We just finished eating supper. I made shrimp Creole. We have a lot of shrimp down here. I have fuzz everywhere, y'all. I have a lot of shrimp right now in my freezer, so I'm trying to come up with recipes. And I follow a girl on TikTok called, she calls herself the Mississippi Queen. And I love her recipes. So I made her shrimp Creole tonight. And it was really, really good. All right, I know this is looking like a hot mess, but we're gonna fix it. We're gonna put a little bit of a lighter color over top of it. So the shrimp Creole recipe was awesome. Very easy to make. Lots of ingredients, but still very easy to make. It was really, really good. Oh, thank you, Kim. Yeah, you guys are watching Sunday Night Football. That's what my husband's doing out there. He's watching football. Okay. We'll just get these sides, and then we're going to do some distressing with another color, either white or maybe like a lighter shade of beige, like pebble. We'll have to see how that looks. But I definitely want this to be like a little bit lighter and distressed looking. Okay, so I don't know. I know earlier today he was rooting for the Saints, but I don't know who he's rooting for right now. I'm not sure. Jennifer. Oh no, who asked that question? Sheila, sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure who he's rooting for this game. All right. We're going to try some Pebble by Deco Art. So that color, it's kind of like a medium beige. And I'm taking a chip brush and I'm going to do like I normally do with my white. And And I'm just going to get most of the paint off with a paper towel. And let's see how this looks. Okay, I think this is going to achieve the look I'm going for. Not going to lie, I was a little worried there for a second. This is looking much more like I want it to look. It's hard to see with this funky lighting that I can't ever seem to get right. So I have this new, I showed you guys on Instagram, my new light and camera mount, and I love it during the day, but at night, it doesn't seem to be enough light without having something coming through like from the other angle. So I'm going to have to put something on the other side, I think, to help with these shadows. And I tried turning it off and just using the overhead light, and that's not going to work either. Okay, and then I'm going to take a brown Posca pen because I want to be able to see these lines on here, and I'm going to go over these lines. You could do black. Black might actually work better. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm going to distress again over top of this. I wish y'all could see that better in the light. Let me do this. I don't know that that's any better. Just trying to brighten it up for y'all a little bit. Let's try some white. Oh, you're rooting for Green Bay? Watching the Dodger game? We have multiple sports going on tonight. Okay, so what I did, y'all, is I took a little bit of white, but I still had some of the pebble on my brush. And I'm just going over it one more time. And I'll show y'all a little bit more up close so you can see. Okay, so that is looking a little bit more like, see how that looks, if you can see it in the light, the distressed wood. I think that looks better. Put a little bit more on here, cover up these brown lines. I don't want them to be so prominent. But yeah, see, it's like barnwood. That's what I'm going for. And here's my baby white fuzz. Y'all can see that. These are, what brand of baby wipes are these? They are very, very sheddy. They're shedding everywhere. I think they're Amazon. But on wood, they don't seem to do that. I don't know if that's because I'm using MDF tonight. Maybe. Okay, so we've got that all finished. And I want for most of my pieces to kind of have that effect. So we're going to try to emulate that when we do the accessory pieces. So we're going to stick with like a white and red theme on here on most of these little pieces because we're doing like candy canes and peppermint candies and all of that. Because y'all know, even though it's September and I'm still swimming in the pool and I'm still in summer mode. Most people are kind of getting fall decorations out if you're one of those people who decorates for the seasons. But you know, us crafters, we have to have a jump start on Christmas projects. So, all right, this is that Gorilla Tape. It's doing a pretty good job. Pretty good. It's very, very sticky. Oh, flushable wipes are even worse. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I haven't bought those for crafting. It's amazing the stuff you lose when you move. Like I know where the stuff is I'm missing, my magnets and my little pick tool and stuff. I mean, it's back in Virginia in my shop, so I know where it is. But I could have sworn that I stuck it in the bin to come down here. So, all right, let's see. What was that? Oh, baby wipe. All right, back to the baby wipe. So we're gonna do this kind of thing on this banner because I want it to go with this. There is a method to my madness, I promise y'all. I know it looks like a hot mess now, but it's going to be cute, I promise. Let's see. Why are you doing that? Why am I doing what? Rubbing it with a baby wipe? Is that what you were asking, Sheila? Oh, I was pulling the masking off. Yeah, there's masking on this wood. So it's like the pre-masked MDF that you can buy from Glowforge. So it still had the masking on. You guys probably can't see it on camera, but yeah, I was trying to get that off. I would have had that already pulled off before I went live, but I must confess that I was too busy making shrimp Creole. I was like, I am making my shrimp Creole tonight because I'm not used to going live at night. And I was like, okay, do I make supper before I go live or after I go live? Like, how am I going to work this? I mean, I don't cook every night, but I really had that recipe in mind. Baby wipes work. Oh no, makeup wipes work great. Oh, that's good to know. I'll have to try that. All right, I think I'm in the mood to just kind of do one piece at a time. So we're going to go ahead and get our, oh Lord, these have the masking on them too. Okay, fun, fun, fun. Everything has the masking on it. I cut this stuff before we came down here. Because y'all know my laser has not gotten here. My laser is getting here Wednesday, and I wasn't sure what day it would get here. I certainly hoped it was going to be before then, but no, it is not. All right, wait a minute, hold on. Let me make sure I'm taking this off the right side. Yes, I am. All right, I'm just going to do this because this will get the masking off quicker. Very, very sticky. If y'all have ever used this Gorilla Tape, you know it's very sticky. Okay, but this method works really well for getting it off quick. Oh gosh, makeup wipes will dissolve in your hand. Yeah, I used to use makeup wipes to get makeup off, but then my daughter actually introduced me to those washable makeup wipes. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? They're like a really soft fabric. And they get your makeup off with no soap at all. And you can just throw them in the washing machine. You can get them on Amazon. I can't remember where we got them at first, but since then I ordered more on Amazon, and they're amazing. I love them. Ah, stop sticking in my fingers. Okay, the masking is off of that. Y'all, this is driving me batty. Okay, so we're gonna see which of these pieces goes. Right, that's gonna go up there. I think this candy cane, and I think it was actually, I think it was like that. I'm not sure. I can't remember how I had it. You can kind of do it whatever way you want to do it, but I'm trying to remember which way I had it when I created the file. Okay, so let's get the masking off of these pieces as well. There's their little candy cane. Super cute, super cute. So y'all chat with me and tell me what you're doing while I'm taking all this masking off. Washable wipes and dude wipes or not. Oh, dude wipes. That's so funny that they make dude wipes. I hadn't heard of those. That's cute. Let's just do it this way. Let's do it this way, and then we'll have it all off. Or will we? We shall see. The snowflake is being a bear. This masking works really well. I will say that. I mean, if you like masking, this Glowforge stuff is your friend, because it works really, really well. So if you're trying to like use masking for painting purposes and having the lines all perfect, it works really, really well for that. But I did not need this masked for my purposes. It's just what I had on hand, so I used it. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so let's do, should we do hot cocoa in red or white? I think red. All right, what shade of red should we use, y'all? Or do I want to use a Posca pen? Okay, so this, I like this red by DecoArt. It's True Red. As I throw it at you. True Red. A lot of these are new because I bought some new paint for down here. All right, I've made a mess on that plate, so let's move that off. Oh, I swear. I think I lost my mind, knocking stuff over. That was my water bottle. All right, let me see how this color does, because we might have to find something just a shade darker. I don't want it to be like an orangey red, but I think I like this red. All right, wait a minute. Here's a better paintbrush. All right, so I'm just using a tiny little angled brush. I always use angled brushes. And let's just see how this looks. Okay, that's a pretty red. It's not like an orangey red. All right, I can put this down so y'all can see better, but it is going to be in front of my face. So, but I think you guys would probably like to be able to see what I'm doing. Wouldn't that be nice? I think that's as low. Yeah, that's as low as it goes. Okay, so you know, MDF soaks up paint. We're definitely doing 2 coats of these, or 2 coats of this color. Or you could do white underneath red if you want to. But I think this is going to be really cute, a really cute color. And this is just a teeny little, bloop. I can't talk. Teeny little angled brush. I'm tired, you guys. My husband and I have been assembling. We've been assembling so many things. You know, I told you guys we came down here to Louisiana. This is our new home down here, but we will be in Virginia 6 months out of the year. So we are down here right now until probably we could leave to go home for Thanksgiving. And so we didn't bring all of our stuff. We put a lot of stuff in storage. We sold some things. We had been living in the same house for 20 years. And I kind of just wanted some new things, like some new furniture pieces. I wanted to do very minimal down here. I felt like we had so much stuff and I just was tired of stuff. When you move after that many years, you just get kind of a reality check. Like, I have so much stuff and it's too much to clean. It's too much to keep up with, to take care of. And I did not want that. So we're keeping it very simple down here, but we did have to buy a few things that require assembly. One was this craft table, which actually was really easy to put together. Thank you for sprinkling, Cheryl. That's so sweet. And welcome. So this table was really easy to put together, but today we were putting together a flat top trailer that we use. We have one back in Virginia and we use it to pick up our 4x8 pieces of wood for the laser. And it's a like foldable trailer. So you can fold it up when you're not using it. Although I will say we rarely do that. We just keep it open, but it's flat on top. So you can just have them come out, because they were doing this for us in Virginia. They would bring it out with a forklift and they would just put the entire pallet of wood down onto the top of the trailer. And then the point of that was that when we got back to the house, we could just pull it up in the driveway or into the garage or whatever, whatever worked for us at the time. And we could cut it on the trailer. We could cut, we bought a saw that we could cut through 7 sheets of wood at a time, which is amazing because that means we can cut through an entire pallet of wood, which is 30 sheets. My husband would know for sure. I think it's 30 sheets in a pallet. So it would only take us 8 cuts to get through, because we would have to cut we'd have to cut 2 cuts in each piece of wood, and we could cut 7 at a time. So we ended up having to make 8 cuts. And that was just awesome because we could cut an entire pallet of wood in a little over 30 minutes and get it all stacked in the garage. So it was really nice. But anyway, this trailer is fabulous, but it is not fabulous to assemble. You have to assemble it. And it's kind of a nightmare. Like, the instructions are awful. I could write such better instructions for this thing, and that just makes me so mad. Like, I feel like, why didn't they explain this better? Why didn't they label these pieces? I've ordered way cheaper furniture than this item and still gotten better instructions and better labeled items. So I was a little frustrated. So I'm tired, and we didn't even get it all put together. We got about a little over halfway done today. Okay, so there's our hot cocoa letters. And then we're going to do white, some white on here. Actually, I'm going to get white chalk paint because I want something thick, because it's MDF. I don't have to do 5 coats. Okay, so this is just folk art white chalk paint. If y'all have any questions, just let me know. The link to this file is in the video description. Also, we are going to be opening up SVG Clubhouse to new members the first week of October, and we are going to do bonus files. So if you're already in the club, you get 4 new bonus files. And then if you join, if you're not in the club and you join, then you get the bonus files. You have to join on the first day to get all of them. And you would also get the files for October. So you would get, if you joined on the first day, or if you're already a member, because members get 4 new files every month. So with the bonus files, that means you would get 8 files. And if you don't know what SVG Clubhouse is, it is my membership group where you get 4 new files every month. You get marketing photos for the files, both blank and painted. We do a paint party each month in the group. And you get a supply list of all the paint colors and everything used in the photos. You get access to our private Facebook group. And the biggest thing of all that people love is that you get 50% off all my files every day. So every day, however many files you want, you get 50% off of all the files in my Etsy shop whenever you want. So it's only $15 a month, and we are opening the doors. I'm going to get this date wrong. It's the first week in October. It's a Tuesday. Hold on. Let me look at my calendar again. That would be the 4th. Yeah, that's the 4th. I'm sorry the camera's in front of my face, y'all. I had to move it down so y'all could see. So I don't have my chair in here yet. I ordered a chair. I was telling y'all the other day, I thought I would want to stand up at my desk, but I don't like that, as it turns out. So it's weird. I've gone back and forth over the years between a stand-up desk and a sit-down desk, and I can't decide. I can't ever decide what I like, because when I actually craft, but I'm not like videoing it or explaining it, I do usually just stand up. But I think that's just because I'm a multitasker by nature. So I'm usually just like doing other things. Like I'll paint a coat and then I'll walk away and like go do dishes or laundry, and then I'll come back and I'll paint a coat again. So I'm never really like sitting down when I'm crafting. But when I'm on video, I feel like I have to like lean down here to talk to y'all and to like really see what I'm doing. So I feel like I need a chair. So I ordered a chair from Amazon, but it won't be here for like a week. It's not Amazon Prime for some reason. Okay, there's that snowflake, and we're gonna do some highlights on these items as well. Let's see. Thank you, Kim. Yay, new bonus files. Yes. And I'm so excited about the files. I've been playing around with them. I have some really, really fun ones that I cannot wait. As soon as my laser gets here on Wednesday and I get orders cut, I'm going to start cutting out the SVG Clubhouse files so I can start playing with paint and getting pictures done and all of that. So I'm so excited. What is that? It's a piece of fuzz. The fuzz from the baby wipes is everywhere, y'all. Okay, so then let's do that mug in red. We're just doing red and white. I know that might be boring to watch somebody paint like the same colors, but it's gonna be really cute that way when it's done. I don't wanna do too many colors because I have like a certain look in mind that I want for this, this set. So are you guys working on fall stuff? Are you working on Christmas stuff? Let me know what you're working on. Like I said, there are more of these sets that I'll be posting. The Hocus Pocus one is, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably my favorite. I don't know, I think this one might be my favorite when I get it painted. Okay. I feel like I need more like distressing on that. Like I think I want to add a little bit of white. Once it dried, it's like I can't really see my white streaks. There we go. That looks better. All right, I'm going to attempt to go ahead and glue these on because I want like something inspiring to get me to paint the rest of this set. So I feel like if I get one piece done, I'll be inspired to paint the rest. I'm trying to get it on this score line. So all of this is scored for you guys. And yes, I realize that there's also masking on the backs of these pieces that I should peel off, but I'm not gonna bore you to death by doing that. And I'm not selling this, so I'm not gonna take the time to peel this masking off the back because that would be awful. That would take forever. I don't know if y'all can see that on camera. I've done that before though, and it never came off. Like it still stuck really well. I don't know if the glue goes through the masking or if it just, I don't know. I don't know, but it worked fine. So yeah, all the score lines are on here for y'all. I always try to do that. I always try to attach the little dots on the eyes so they're not falling through. I can't always do that depending on the font, but I try. So they're not like falling through and driving y'all crazy. Okay, I cannot wait to show this to y'all up close. It's looking so cute. I need some red. I need a little red. I hope this is red enough. I hope it's the right shade. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to use the Posca pen. Oh, I think this will work okay. Yeah. Oh, go Posca. So this is just the regular red color, and this is the fine tip. You know what I just remembered? I meant to hit record on my time-lapse camera. Let me see if I can still catch some. There we go. We'll still try to catch some of the video. Okay, so if you're wondering, the red Posca shows up really nicely on top of the white chalk paint. I think I might be able to get away with one coat. Believe it or not. All right, so then we want a little like color in that whipped cream. I'm gonna grab some of that pebble color and just sort of kind of swirl it in there a little bit. And then we're just doing the lines on our candy cane. Also, all right, this little snowflake goes on here. Okay, and I think I'm going to leave this candy cane out because if I'm not mistaken, it goes on the little sandwich board. I'm going to have to check and see how it looks on there. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I know I moved the camera sorry. That does not help. This is what we have so far. Why can't my lighting be better? This is so maddening. I know this is not going to help, but I'm going to try to turn off the overhead light and just see. It's probably going to make it super dark. But let me just see what happens. Yeah, no, that's not working. And then if I turn off the ring light, that doesn't help either. I think that just makes it darker. Okay, well, it is what it is, y'all. Okay, so that's our one little piece, if you can see there. The little hot cocoa mug, how cute. All right. And so how that goes here is with either Velcro or magnets, it attaches on the top, if y'all can see that, of the stand. So then whatever sets you have, you can just, that's why I really want magnets, because it'll be even easier to pop off. You can just pop it off, and then like you can, boom, pop on the pumpkin patch one, and then boom, pop on the hocus pocus one. Okay, so that is how that is going to work. And let's move on to another piece. Okay, so the next piece goes on the front. This little piece right here, and all the sets have one that is in the same spot. So if you put your magnet there, it's going to work on all the sets. So this one goes at the very bottom like this, and that's where your magnet would go for that one. And there's a snowflake that goes on here too. Another snowflake. So let's get our crazy masking off. Our very sticky tape. Thank you, Sheila. Kim says she's working on Christmas. I have got to watch you paint and create in a while. I don't have a laser, but I love watching you paint your creations. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I always say I am not by any means a very experienced painter. I don't think I'm that great of a painter. I do like to paint. Not everything turns out the way that I envision it, but I just, that's part of the creative process. You just have to try. And of course there's a dog hair or a cat hair on here because, it's my house. So that's how that always goes. I'm trying to use up every little corner of this tape. One more tiny little piece. Here we go. Okay, now we can paint this little guy. I'm not going to use that paintbrush actually. That's a little bit too big. This one will work. All right, can y'all see from up there, or do I need to lower the camera? Tell me what you think. I'm trying to paint a thin enough coat that I can see my score lines through here. Because chalk paint is thick, which is why I love it. I'm like, some of this is supposed to be red. Hold on. Part of it's supposed to be red for the mug. All right, I just need a little bit more white for the whipped cream here. Okay. And then let's get this little guy. And if you wanted to cut some of these little pieces out of whiteboard so you don't have to paint them, you could do that. Does anybody buy 1/8" whiteboard? If you do, tell me where you get it and tell me what's a reasonable price for it. My whiteboard that I always buy is the glossy one, and it's $6 or $7 a sheet, which is like I want to say it's a 2x4 sheet of it, which is not bad. This is a really pretty red color, y'all. If you're looking for a nice Christmas red, Deco Art True Red is really, really pretty. It's just a nice Christmassy red color. All right, and then we're gonna do our little red parts on our candy. And on our little candy cane. So tell me what other themes you would like for me to do for this little stand. I was thinking just like a winter one would be cute. I was thinking a like Christmas tree farm. That would be cute. Fresh cut trees. Would be super cute. Okay. Definitely Valentine's, Easter. Oh, I already have a 4th of July one made. That is probably the one I forgot to mention. I had a little dot of red on here, so I'm trying to get it off. And of course, it's making pink. Of course. There we go. That's better. Okay, and then this little guy, where's my blue? Goes right there. And I'm thinking I might do a black outline. Just a thin black outline on some of this. Oh, penguins. That's interesting. Oh, that's navy blue. I'm glad I didn't use that. That is not black. Where's my thin black pen? That's what I want to know. I sure the heck don't see it. That's the one I just stuck in there. That's the navy. Oh dear. I'm missing my thin black pen. That's not good. I might have to just leave it alone. It's brown. I think this is too thick. I wanted to just kind of outline this candy a little bit. On the top of the cup. And then just kind of do some accents on here just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. Okay, and then one more little thing, just a little bit of pebble in my whipped cream. I think my pebble's all dried up. Okay, what would I do for penguins? Give me some ideas. Like, what would you put on the penguin sign? Okay, there we go. Just to give it a little depth. Just like so. Okay, so there's our little set that goes on the front. All right, so then, like I said, you'd have, here's your hot cocoa stand. Put this up higher. All right, so far we've got this. I'm so excited. This is the first one of these I've been able to put together. And then this goes down here like this. Okay, so that's where we're at so far. Cute, cute, right? Okay, I'm excited. I like how this is turning out. I do need to find my thin black pen though, because I really want to put some more highlights. I have a really thin black paint pen, but I think it might be too thin. This is the those Mew Top, like little tiny thin. Let me see. Maybe on this candy cane. This will work. Oh yeah, actually, that's cute. Okay. That's done. All right, now we are going to do this little banner goes along and has like goes along like the you know, this part. This goes here like that. Okay, so then this one has candy canes all across it. So we have that, and we have 5 candy canes that go across it. So then this piece is also interchangeable. All of it's interchangeable. When I cut the rest of these sets out, I am definitely not using masked wood. No, thank you. Yay. That takes it right off, y'all. It is nice. I'm just going to get a new piece. We'll get one big piece and put all of the candy canes on it. Just like this. Ooh, and I can fit something else on here too. Let me get these. These are marshmallows. What the heck? That is not coming off of there. I think a taco and margarita one would be cute. What do y'all think? Would that be cute? Tacos and margaritas? I think that would be like super cute. Oops. All right, come on. Come on, candy canes, work with me. I'm telling you, y'all. You know what I think it is? I think it's because I cut it and then I waited like weeks to take the masking off. Do you think that's it? Why it's staying on there so good? But y'all get to see the whole process, right? You get to see all my woes, all my mistakes. Okay, I think we got them all off. We got them all off. Should we do, I wonder if that banner in red would look right, or if that would be weird looking. Or should we do white? I don't know. I think red might look good. Would that be too much red, y'all? Teresa says yes. Do you mean yes to red? All right. Hopefully you mean yes to red. I'm putting this table to the test tonight because this painting is taking a lot longer than my Hocus Pocus sign the other day. And the paint wiped right off my table after that one. So we're going to see if it wipes right off after this. Wiped right off with the baby wipe. Oh, a taco one. Teresa was saying yes to the taco one. I think that would be really cute. Tacos and margaritas. Oh, and then could we do like this? I haven't shown you this yet, but this is the, well, I'll show you in a minute. There's a little thing that sits on the counter that's also interchangeable. Like for instance, this one has jars on it of marshmallows and candy canes and a little cup of, right? A little cup, yeah, another little cup of coffee or hot cocoa. So we could do a sombrero sitting on there. How cute would that be? All right, one more coat of red on here. I'm telling you, I'm putting this table to the test, y'all. We're going to see how it does. Okay, we got to let those pieces dry before we can do the rest of our magic on them. Okay, so this is what I was just telling you all about. So this is the last piece that's interchangeable. And it is a tray, like a little, well, this one's not a tray. This one's just a little piece of wood that sits on there that holds the jar. So there's 2 jars and a cup of hot cocoa. And then the little jar has the little candy canes. And the big jar has marshmallows stacked. I know it's hard for y'all to see. I'll see that. And the little mug of hot cocoa. So we're going to paint that. And then the only thing we have left after that is the sandwich board piece. So we got to get that done. And that's going to be super cute. Cute, cute, cute. That's already done. Thank you, Teresa. You don't want to stay for my all night long painting extravaganza? It's taking me forever to paint. I knew this one would though, y'all. I knew this would take a while. That is all right. Well, now that I have the lemonade stand, I keep calling it a lemonade stand, but you know what I mean, the booth. Now that I have the booth painted, then painting the accessory sets, I don't think it'll take quite as long. And then also I've got to paint the sandwich board. So once I get that painted, I don't have to paint that every time. I did cut a couple more sets of this out already with the masked MDF though. I think I did the lemonade one and the pumpkin one. I might go live painting the pumpkin one later this week, because I need to get that one done. But the lemonade one, I'll paint it, but I'm probably not going to paint it live because, you know, that's more of like a summer file. So, all right. We're going to do the baby wipe. Did I paint the top of that? I think I might have forgotten to paint the top. Oh yeah, I did. All right, hold on. We gotta paint the top of this because it's gotta look like the rest of it. We'll knock that out quickly. At the same time as we do this one. Okay, so this is what it's come down to. It's come down to baby wipe with Waverly wax, and then some pebble paint on a dry chip brush. And then some white. And that is giving me that distressed look that I so love on this MDF, because it is a little bit different to achieve that look than it is wood. This MDF is proving to be tricky, but we are pulling it off. Okay, so then the white, same thing. We're gonna just go lightly with the white. And see, that's turning out exactly like I wanted. It looks darker, excuse me, darker on camera. It's actually not that dark. You will see, because tomorrow when I have good natural light in here, I'll do some pictures and videos of it. And you'll be able to see. But tonight, this is probably, unfortunately, as good as it gets. With the lighting. All righty. So now this, we can go back to this because this is actually dry, so, or dry enough. We can paint these candy canes. If y'all hear a horn honking, it is my husband watching TV out in the living room. I am so glad to have a door on my craft room here, though. Seriously, y'all, that is awesome. I did not have a door. Y'all know I was in my dining room before. So it's really nice. I'm trying to figure out what he's watching just by the sound of it. It's sounding my cousin Vinny-ish. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't think there's that much shooting in my cousin Benny. Is that a score, Sheila? I'm trying to figure out what you're posting there. Oh, she's saying Green Bay 24, Somebody else 7. I'm not good with sports. Who is CHI? GB is Green Bay, I'm assuming, right? Okay, candy canes are done. I just need, I'm gonna take my little tiny black paint pen here and just do a few little accents on here because it just, I feel like it makes it look, you can't see that. I'm trying, y'all. I feel like it makes it pop. You'll see. You'll see when it's all together. The black definitely makes a difference though. Keep losing my glue. Oh, by the way, y'all, I did not clean the nozzle on this. This is that Star Bond I told y'all about. I have not cleaned the nozzle like it says with the acetone in between uses. It's not clogged, not at all. It just literally sat here. I don't even think I put the top on it from a couple days ago when I went live. And it sat here and it works perfectly. You can see the difference, Laura. I'm so glad. Okay, now I think that if we do a little like this with a white paint pen, that really just makes that pop even more as well. Okay, can y'all see that? Love it. Just makes it pop. Very exciting. I really like this. I cannot wait to get this all put together. Super cute. All right, now let's see. These are going to be white. Thinking, but this has to be red because those marshmallows. All right, so we're going to do this one in red. Okay. What music do y'all like to listen to when you craft, or do you listen to TV? I can't put music on while I'm live with y'all because Facebook will take my video down. They will flag it and take it down for copyright. So yeah, so I can't put music on when I'm crafting with y'all. But I like to listen to mostly country. Some 80s love songs. Where are those decor going on the stand? They're going to sit on top on the shelf. I'll show you. It's going to be really cute. Hang on. As soon as I get this part put together, I will show you where it goes. All right, so these are marshmallows. think my back is going to greatly regret not having a chair for about a week in here from leaning over my craft table. I'll have to take my obligatory Motrin dose that is required after assembling furniture before I go to bed tonight. Okay, and then these, I think I'm going to hit with the, alrighty then, the white Posca pen. That top was like, I'm not going on there tonight. This is why I normally paint bigger things live for y'all. I feel like you can't see this as well, and it's just tedious to watch. So hopefully, if you guys are watching the replay, at least you can fast forward. But yeah, I usually try to do like door hangers and things because you can see it, you know? But I just really wanted to get these painted, and I thought they would be a fun thing to paint with y'all. You know what? Let's do, oh, that does not want to stay on there. Goodness. Let's do the, that's making pink again. Lovely. Yes, we're making pink. Let's do a brush instead of turning my white Posca pen pink. Sorry, now I'm trying to get the red out of it. There we go. All right, I need a tiny, tiny brush. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Almost. There we go. Yeah, we probably just need to let this dry more. Is the thing. It's still wet. All right, we're gonna let that dry a little bit more, and then we'll put another coat on there. If you find that it's hard to get little detail work like that done, I find that outlining it with a black pen can make a big difference. So I'm going to do a little outline here at the end with black. For tiny detail work. I could probably put this back down so y'all could see a little bit better. There we go. I don't know if that's, it's so small that it's kind of hard for y'all to see this part. And it's better to stay slightly inside the lines than slightly outside the lines, if that helps as well. Okay, let's do these marshmallows. We're just gonna take the black and just outline. Just like that. All right. I really want for this to be dry because I want to get this part finished. But it just still keeps looking pink. I'm missing a snowflake. I'm missing a snowflake that goes on that coffee mug. I know I am. I'll probably find it right after I get off of here. But yeah, I think there's supposed to be a snowflake on that coffee mug. I have more snowflakes that go on the sandwich board, but I really don't want to steal them for that coffee mug. Hold on, let me just take a peek over here if I see it anywhere. It's probably on the floor, like blending in my rug. Where are you, snowflake? I don't see it. Okay. There's supposed to be a snowflake on there. All right, so let's do that outline in black, which I really need my thin black pen for. Holler at me if you see a snowflake somewhere on this table. I might have to steal one from the sandwich board. I might just have to do it. You know what? I wonder if I threw it away and it was stuck to the Gorilla Tape. Yeah, Sheila says, look on the tape. Do you listen to books on Audible? I need to do that. Ooh, Celtic Thunder. I tried to listen to a podcast, a true crime podcast, and it just, I don't know. I couldn't get into it. Yeah, I tried to like it. I think it was the topic. I think it was like that the person the crime happened to was a juvenile, and I just was like, I can't listen to this. It was like a 13-year-old girl, and I was like, mm-mm. Oop, I'm splashing blue. All right, that's a little bit smaller than the one that's supposed to go on there, I think. But it will do for now. Okay, so this is how this works, y'all. Let's see. I feel like I need, okay, wait, hold on. We need some little highlights and y'all know I have to do a little something to my my whipped cream. To make it look authentic. Okay, I've got paint all over my hands. All right, so this fits together like so. So this goes in here. Oh, wait, hold on, we're backwards. The big one goes in the back. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue just along the back of here like this, because I don't want it to glue onto my table. Actually, I don't want it to go onto my table enough that I'm gonna get a paper plate, just because my table is brand new. And I can take paint stuck to it, but I cannot take glue stuck to it. All right, so I'll show y'all, put this back up, what we have so far. I'm running out of space, as usual. Okay, so what we have so far. Is our stand, and this goes here, like that. And then this goes here. And then this piece goes down here, over on the end. And then this little tray that we just made, how cute is this? Oh my gosh, y'all, how cute is this little tray? This sets on top of here. So you just set it right down on top of there, like that. So you can put a magnet, because all of my sets have little trays that set on them. So you could do it in the middle, you could do it off to the side, however you want to do it. But that little tray sits on there. Can you see it with like nothing behind it better, like that, without me standing there? I'm sorry, I really wish the light was better. I'm gonna fix that problem. Oh, I'll have to check that out, Laura. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. Okay, so yeah, so there's our little tray of goodies. All right, so then the only things that we have left are, we have our sandwich board, and we have our little goodies that go on the sandwich board. So let's get the sandwich board itself painted first. And I've already put it together, so I'm just gonna paint it like already put together, because I think that would be easier. And I cannot wait to show y'all in the light tomorrow what this looks like, because it's really cute. I need some more brown. All right, so I don't need to paint this center part. I just need to paint like around the outside of it. It's mostly what needs paint. If a little bit gets on the inside, that's fine. You, of course, can paint it before you assemble it. That'd probably be a little bit better, but I'm just, because we're live and I don't want to take up like a bunch of your time, I'm just going to go ahead and paint it put together. And it's looking distressed, that's how we want it to look. So that's how I'm going to paint it. All right, I'm not going to paint the back just for time's sake. We're going to do our pebble color. I'm going through a lot of paper towels tonight. Okay, and then white. So that's what that looks like. Just the outside of it is kind of distressed looking. And this is the piece, this is the backer that our little decorations are going to go on. So I want that to be black because I want it to look like a chalkboard. So I'm just going to use DecoArt Black. Oops, that's probably too much paint. Don't think I need that much paint. Y'all, I'm telling you, this table, it just wipes right off. It is seriously the best table ever. Can't get over it. My other table was melamine. It was just like a, well, I don't know that it was melamine. I think it was melamine. It was a table from Walmart. Shoot, I'm splattering black paint on the stuff I've already painted. I had a craft table a long time ago that was melamine, that I got a piece of melamine from Lowe's or Home Depot, and we cut it down, and that was my craft table. And then a couple years later, it was just looking rough, so I bought a white table from Walmart, and I was using that. That was impossible to wipe paint off of, though. This table is the best craft table I have ever had. I wouldn't mind it if it was a little bit bigger. But honestly, it kind of makes me not put too much crap on it. Okay, so we're just doing black just because we want it to look like chalkboard. All right, so then we have some lettering, we have a mug. All right, I really wish that this pulled the masking off, but it does not. Okay, we've got our mug, we have our warm. These letters have little cutouts in them, so I'm trying to get those out. I'm just taking a pen and pushing them out. Ah, come on, get out of there. I really wish I had that little tool, my little Cricut tool. I've had it forever. That little green, it's like a vinyl pick. Back in the days that I did vinyl, warm up here. That's what this is supposed to say, H. I love this font, but sometimes it's a pain because of the little pieces that don't want to pop out. But it's super cute. You probably can't see it, just like you can't see a lot of the little pieces. Sorry about that. But I will show you in the pictures. Okay, and then there's supposed to be 3 snowflakes, but we stole a snowflake for our other mug because we lost one, right? Hello, Jenny. How are you? Thank you all so much for hanging with me for so long for this very lengthy project. But I'm excited about it because I think it's going to be really cute. And then, like I said, once we get all the basic pieces painted, then the sets themselves, I don't think are going to take that long. Sorry, these all have masking on them, of course. Of course. There is something very satisfying about peeling the masking off with this tape, though. Very satisfying. Okay, so this has score lines on it. You can't see them, but it does have score lines. So just painting these snowflakes, painting all this. All this is white. I probably need to get my paint pen out. It'd be easier. I could push this back down so y'all can see. Whoops. Oh, no, don't flip over. Yeah. Sorry, I want to make sure I'm painting the right side of these letters. They're not flipped over. There we go. Why isn't that white paint pen working? There we go. I was going to say, it is not that old. I have paint all over my hands, all over my nails. How long have I been on here, y'all? I've been on here a while. 7:30. What time is it? Oh, my Lord. It's almost 2 hours. I may be going for a record. A personal record. I know some people go longer. Yes, I'm aware there's easier ways to paint these little tiny letters. They are so tiny, Sheila, you're right. They're not that bad. They probably look really tiny on camera. They're no tinier than like the tiered tray stuff. They're not bad. I don't mind painting stuff like this if I'm not live. I just feel like it's taken forever, you know, to paint it because, you know, when you're live, it's just, you go a little bit slower. It goes by faster, like if you're just crafting on your own and you're sitting watching a show or whatever, you know. But we're getting there. We're almost done. Okay, let's paint this mug. All right, now I am going to reach over here and get this little red paint pen to paint this candy cane. These are on Amazon. They're like really fine tip paint pens and they're great. They're very inky for being so tiny. I will post a link to them on my page. It probably won't be till tomorrow because by the time I get off here, I'm going to go to bed. But I will post a link to them. They are great for stuff like this. Just a little swirl in the whipped cream. Okay, and then I like to put that on there, but that means that we only are left with one little snowflake because we stole a snowflake. So we're going to take this candy cane because I forgot we still had him and we're going to put him on there. All right, I'm just going to put this glue directly on here because I feel like that is less messy and quicker. I don't know. I don't know if I really need that on there, if we need that candy cane. Maybe I'll just put this back on that snowflake like I originally said. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that on the top sign. And then this little bitty snowflake, I'm trying to figure out where it goes, honestly. Does it go on here? I don't know. I don't know why I have an extra snowflake. Well, better to have too many than not enough, I always say, right? Okay, so this, I hope this doesn't fall off of here because the glue is not dry yet. But this is our little warm up here. You can see it on the overhead. How cute. And so then it would just pop in our sandwich board like that. And you could put some magnets like behind it on either side. And then when you want to pop this out, like to do the interchangeable, that's what the circle behind here is for. Excuse my painty hands, but it just pops right out of there. So it stands up next to the booth. Okay, so let's review. And I'm not going to attach all this because I really want the magnets. I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow and get the magnets. That way I can show you guys like better. Okay, yeah, like that and like that. It sits next to it. And then it goes like that, and like this on here. And of course this would be straight, it's falling down. And then this would be on the front of it, right here. And then this little guy, our little tray of goodies, would just sit right up here. And you can put a magnet up there too. So all interchangeable. Thank you, Sandra. I love them too. I'm so excited about them. I can't wait to show you. I'm going to do like a little video showing you like how to take them off and how to put them back on when I get the magnets tomorrow. And then I'll take better pictures because the lighting in here is crappy. So yeah, so I'm going to show you guys all this tomorrow. The file is listed in my Etsy. The link is in the video description, but oh my goodness, I love this so much. I think it's so fun. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate you hanging in there for this really, really long live. And we will get the lighting straight. Sorry, now my head's in the camera. Thank you, Connie. Thanks, Laura. Y'all are so sweet. Okay, I'll be live again. I'm not sure what day this week. I may end up waiting for my laser to come, but maybe I'll do the pumpkin one. Maybe I'll do the pumpkin one like on Tuesday. I'll do a live like during the day and make the pumpkin set. Yeah, because I want to get that one painted too. All right. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.